Hey everyone. Today I'm going to go over requiring email verification with Auth0. I'm going to be using NextJS for this. A couple of things before we get started is right now we are on Actions, and over here on the left I'm going to go ahead and sign in a user for the first time. We're not going to cover account linking in this video, probably do that in a separate video, but they'll both be pretty short. So we'll go ahead and look at this action real quick. Right before I do that, actually, installed, I have a require email verification that's from the marketplace. I prefer going this route, although it does a very similar thing. So if you really don't want to write this out, don't want to look at this, then you can go this route, but I don't know the entire setup for that. So I'm going to go into the custom action that I've created. It's a post login action. So a couple of things to point out here. Let's ignore this for right now, this get machine to machine token and the send email verification. When a user signs in or signs up rather for the first time, they're automatically going to get a email verification email. And here in this action, what we're going to do is we're going to check if the user's not verified, and we're immediately going to deny access. The rest of this action will run after they've been denied access. Any further actions like that account link one that I had at the beginning won't run. So you really just need to tailor the rest of this how you want it. So in my case, I'm denying access here. And when I go and log in for the first time, let's go ahead and sign up. We'll use this one. Make sure I did that right. Click continue. I'm going to be redirected back. Now, this is not hosted by Auth0, but I've hosted a very similar page. It's kind of hard to tell the difference, so it's close enough. Now, what I'm doing on the Next.js side is we're throwing this API access.deny. And if I come over to my pages, my API, my auth, this is where the auth route handles all these different functions from Auth0. They handle callback, login, logout. The one that we're going to be looking for is going to be the callback. So I'm editing the callback here to check if the query error description equals that please verify the email before logging in. So if we look here, that's an exact match. So when the application catches this, it's going to go ahead and redirect them out to my base URL / verify email, which is just another page in my Next.js application. I can actually jump out to that really quickly. I'll show you what that looks like. So this verify email. And it's just a custom page that I've written here. Now, some of the things I'll call out here is I'm not calling the API to resend an email. I have a resend button, as you see here. So if I go ahead and look at my emails here, I did get that initial one after signing up, and I can go ahead and click confirm. But if I go ahead and just click continue, even though I haven't verified the email, it's just going to keep me here. There's nothing I can do. I'm actually going to go ahead, and I just got another email there. I'm going to hit this again. And I shouldn't get that one because of the way that I've structured my action, right? So we have that second one that came through. And in this action, what it's doing is that first time the user signs up, I just set a last email sent to right now in the app metadata of that user profile. So if I go and look at that user's profile, I'll come in here. We just set that here. And that just allows me to check in case someone's trying to spam that continue button and keep sending emails out. It just stops it. I've just set I'm checking the current timestamp compared to the saved one, which is their user metadata on further attempts here. And if it's within 30 seconds, then I'm not going to send them another email because they've likely already gotten it or they haven't checked their spam folder or something. But assuming all of that, this is outside the 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and set that app metadata to now again. And I'm going to go through and bring in Axios here. That's one thing you can do with Auth0 actions. You can bring in whatever dependencies that you want. So here I have Axios, and then there's the Auth0 management API. I'm not really using it here, but it's there as well as any secrets that I have. So I have domain, client ID, and client secret for when I'm going to do a client credentials flow to the Auth0 management API. So let's take a look at this get machine to machine token. It's the first function I've written up here. And what this is doing is, like I said before, it's the client credentials flow. So we're making a post request to the OAuth token endpoint with our Auth0 domain. And it's a client credentials grant type. And then we're bringing in the client ID and client secret. In this case, it's a regular web application. So that's the client ID and the client secret of my regular web application. If you had a machine-to-machine application, you would use that instead. And we're making that audience the management API. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and await that request. And we're going to await the response data that's returned as the access token. And then we're going to go ahead and return the new token. So now that I have that new token, I'm going to go ahead and send the email verification. And I'm just passing the event object that's given from the initial login, post login action. And I'm passing the new token in the Axios package again. And that send email verification is just going to call the Auth0 management API with the post request to jobs/verification email. And I'm passing the token that I got from the client credentials flow as a bearer token and the user's ID from the login event and the client ID rather from my secrets here. So where we can find that, let's pop open the management API. That's that jobs down here, and then the send email address, email verification. So this is the endpoint for that. So we'll continue to resend emails basically through this. So it's not really, I don't have a protected route in here that I'm calling with this resend. People can't spam the hell out of it. I'm just using Auth0, and when they hit login, they're basically, they're going to keep getting denied access, but they're going to be pushed to be sent another email verification. So the next thing I'll call out too is here, when I click confirm my account, by default, I think it gives you like a green check mark that says you've been verified, and then you can go back to the other tab that you were on and click continue. And because it'd be verified, you'd go through. But we'll go ahead and take a look at the, let me expand this out a little bit. Take a look at the branding here and the email templates. So under the verification email here, using the link, you can set what you want the email to come from. So the subject is going to be my application name, account verification. And then here, this redirect to. So you can do the application callback domain, and that's probably just the root or the / endpoint of your project, whatever you're normally calling back to after someone's logged into their account. But after they click this, I'm actually going to call my route, which is API auth login, which is going to catch the session and just take me right in. So here, I can click confirm my account, and that'll just take me right in there. Just caught the session. Similarly, if I went this route and click continue after I've email verified, it'll take me onward to that index route. Okay. I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. I adjusted some of the colors in here and stuff so that, I get my branding and my template to come through. You can really customize that however you need it to be. Try to think if I'm leaving anything else out. Come back to the require email verification. Yeah, so I mean, this is all wrapped. This login function is all wrapped in if the user's email is not verified. So the next time they would just proceed on to what I have as the account link. And I'll go over that in a separate video because this one's already getting kind of long. All right, thanks. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.